Welcome everyone. This is video 9 out of 18. You've hit the halfway mark in viewing the over 5,000 pictures and videos that we took in our trip to Japan. Enjoy! Back to a buffet-style breakfast at this hotel versus the pre-made tray at the last one. They had curry, miso soup, hamburg, and salad. They also had spaghetti, which was interesting to see. This time, instead of soft-boiled eggs, the hotel offered namatamago, or raw egg. While the soft-boiled egg was barely cooked, with the white almost instantly losing its shape, the raw egg was just gloop. It was actually pretty good, but I put it on top of my rice and curry, which made things so runny I ended up having to use a spoon instead of chopsticks to eat the last of the bits. Our first stop this day was to go back to Toji Temple and see if we could catch something from the prior night's setup. However, they were in the process of deconstructing everything. We still explored the temple grounds and I got myself a stamp. At this point, I had a couple of Eki stamps and now a couple of Goshuin from the temples. We also got to listen to a monk praying. After that, we walked over to the Kamo River. The water was super low, so it wasn't quite as pretty as in the pictures. But we did get to see a heron walking along fishing, and he even caught a fish. We found a cafe that served super fluffy pancakes topped with strawberries. And then after eating, we popped into the Toys R Us in the mall across the street, which I didn't even realize those still existed. We made our way to Kiyomizudera. The streets were absolutely packed. We walked up a steep incline filled with shops, both souvenirs and food. There were thousands of people milling around the shops, maybe more. Lots of them had rented kimonos and gotten all done up for going to the temple. Many kimono rental places advertise the service. I'm guessing it's a big moneymaker. We finally reached the temple and went inside. Since it was not too long before closing time when we arrived, we headed for the Goshuin stamp first. On the map it looked like a long way, but after walking it didn't feel like it. We made our way around the whole grounds after that and took tons of beautiful pictures. I hadn't realized how high up the temple was, and it had some pretty amazing views.
Stand on that. There you go.
That's heavy. Grab it. You don't want it.
我以前不是，以前我们是试比较干的。我要那个干的，我要那个干的。
On the way back to the hotel, we hit up Coco Curry again. Since we'd gone to one in each of the 3 cities we visited so far, we decided we would try to go into one in each of the 5 towns for this trip. While wandering after dinner, we found a cute little izakaya in an alleyway, but we're still full and didn't need another dinner, so we pinned it for another night. Then we stopped off outside Kyoto Tower. It was lit up and really pretty, with a water and light show over the train station across the street. We decided not to go up in the tower since we'd already gotten a good view of the city and the tower was probably pretty spendy. Finished off the night by visiting the communal bath at the hotel. It was much more comfortable than I expected. I made one mistake though. I thought there were towel hooks to hang your towel up for when you got out, but there wasn't. So I made a mental note for the next night to leave it out in the changing area with my things. Anyway, the water was nice and hot and the atmosphere was very relaxing. Well, that's it for this video. If there's anything you want to know more about, put it in the comments below. I'll post the next video tomorrow, so make sure to like and subscribe for more.